I'm joined today with Irene Lutz from Quinn Cycles. Irene, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about your personal biking history. When did you start biking?
Oh, my personal biking history. This is fun. Okay, I started biking when I was a kid, like most people, and most people remember probably falling, but once they get the hang of biking, having a joyful time, and I do remember both of those things. But then I stopped biking for a while, and I rediscovered it when I was in college. And I started biking around town when I was here in Quincy and biking down to the beach. And I just discovered this new passion for a way to get around that didn't require me to have to find a parking spot and pay for gas. So that was really exciting. And then later, when I met my husband and we were married and we had my son, we started biking for transportation a little bit more as a family. And he started, my husband that is, started bike commuting, and we put a seat on our bike, and I took my son around, and we'd bike out to kids programs and just started biking more and more, started doing our grocery shopping by bike. And then when I was pregnant with my daughter, we decided that we would just sell our car and use our bikes as our main form of transportation and supplement that with public transit. And we were fortunate at that time that Zipcar was becoming a thing, so we used that as well. We are a very multimodal family.
Great. It must be so nice to not have to worry about finding parking spaces and gas prices and all that fun.
Yeah, it does alleviate some transportation stress, but there are other factors that come into it, like planning and thinking about the weather a little bit more, perhaps.
Right.
So everything's a trade-off.
And you're with an organization called Quinn Cycles. Can you tell us a little bit more about Quinn Cycles and what you do there?
Sure, I can. We're a volunteer organization. The pastor of Good Shepherd Lutheran Church started the organization about 6 or 7 years ago and called together a bunch of people who wanted to make conditions for cyclists in Quincy better. And we incorporated as a nonprofit, and we've been working with the city. Some of our members are also on the Mayor's Bicycle Commission, and we have rides all year through, not all year, April through November. We do 2 rides a month throughout the city. We like to highlight Quincy's beauty and accessibility. So we have an annual ride to all of Quincy's beaches. We also have an annual ride from Nut Island all the way up into the Blue Hills. So we like to show off our city, but we also like to invite people who might want to just try biking, who aren't comfortable riding on our streets or who aren't avid cyclists. So we are a very social biking group, and we like to make people who aren't necessarily identifying as bicyclists or people who bike into people who bike because Great. They gain comfort and skills.
The next session is February 5th and highlights bike maintenance basics. Can you highlight some of the things you'll be talking about in that session?
Sure, I'd be delighted. Sometimes when people are starting out as bicyclists, they have this machine in front of them and it looks very intimidating. And then you go out for your first ride or your second ride and your tire has deflated, and what do you do? And so we're addressing the basic things that you would need to know to keep your functioning bike in working order. So I'm going to structure the class around what the League of American Bicyclists calls the ABC Quick Check. You want to make sure you have air in your tires and you know how to put air in your tires if it's low. You want to make sure you can check your brakes and know when it's time to either take your bike to a bike shop and get the brakes fixed, or whether it's time for you to learn how to do that yourself. And then C stands for your chain and your cranks and your cables. So how to just look those over, how to clean and maintain your chain, how to look over your cables, and how to test the cranks and make sure everything is still in working order. We're going to talk about quick releases, and we're going to talk about cleaning your bike, and basically having a sense of, before you go out for a ride, that nothing's going to go wrong when you're on that ride. And if you find something, knowing that it's something you should check out with a bike mechanic.
Is there anything we didn't cover yet that you'd like to cover?
I would like to thank all the sponsors for this program that have made it possible. We are working with the Mayor's Bicycle Commission, of which I am a citizen member, but the support that we've gotten from that organization is essential to this series being available. Also, Traffic Parking Alarm and Lighting have donated these great light sets. So biking in the winter or early spring can be challenging because your commute puts you in the dark hours, and having lights is a key visibility requirement. And so TPAL donated these little light sets. It's a white light and a red light that can clip onto your bike via rubber band here. We'll be giving those out as part of the series to anyone who needs one. And I'd also like to thank the library. You guys have been so gracious in welcoming us to your space and allowing us to do some slightly dirty work in there. And I would also like to thank the law firm of Breakstone, White & Gluck. We are one of their KidSafe partners for giving away helmets. And so they have given us a number of their larger sizes helmets so that we can give those to riders who may not have one. Protecting yourself and your one and only brain is it's essential and not required, but highly recommended for adults. And so we wanted to honor the kid at heart in everyone and provide safe riding equipment.
Well, I know that we're really excited to have such an important program taking place at the library, so thank you for helping us out with putting this great program on.
Happy to do it.
For more information on the Bicycling Education Series or to register for the programs, visit thomascranelibrary.org or give the library a call at 617-376-1300 extension 3. Thank you.